The forest that calls blood. 4 friends, Mert, Can, Eylül and Deniz, decided to go to the old black forest behind the mountains for hunting, just as they did every year. The elders in the nearby village warned them not to enter. The forest had a bad reputation, but the young friends didn't take such superstitions seriously. When they arrived, the first thing they noticed was the silence. No birds, no insects. Even the wind seemed reluctant to enter. "There's something wrong here," Eylül whispered. "You're overreacting," Mert replied. "Let's set up camp." After the campfire burned for a few hours, Can claimed he heard faint whispers coming from deep within the forest. The others laughed it off, but as the night grew darker, the whispers became clearer. "Turn back." Eylül turned pale. "I really heard that." The next morning, they went deeper into the forest to hunt, but no matter how far they walked, they found no animal tracks at all. The ground itself felt untouched, as if no living creature had stepped there in years. Soon Deniz found an old torn backpack near a rotten tree. Inside was a rusted knife and a note. "If you found this, run. If you don't turn back, the voices won't leave you alone." Suddenly, branches cracked somewhere behind them. Another crack. Panic rose. They tried to return the way they came, but every path seemed different. The forest was twisting and shifting around them. By the time darkness fell, the whispers had turned into a voice. "You are not leaving, so you will stay." A shadowy figure emerged between the trees. They raised their guns, but when they pulled the triggers, nothing happened. The forest had silenced everything. They ran, and one by one they became separated. The next morning, villagers found only one person at the forest entrance: Mert. He was sitting against a tree, staring blankly into space, whispering, "The forest didn't want us to leave. The others are still there, but not alive." From that day on, no one who entered the forest ever returned, and the villagers kept hearing 4 different voices among the trees at night. "Turn back." Mert didn't speak for days. He screamed at night, shouting the same thing. "They're still in the forest. They're calling me." The villagers stayed away from the forest, except for one man, old Dede, the oldest in the village. He asked Mert gently, "Who heard the whispers first?" Mert trembled. "When he got lost, I started hearing all of us. It's like the forest took something from us and gave something back, but changed." Meanwhile, deep in the forest, Can, Eylül and Deniz were trying to survive. Can he woke beside a creek under a sky that was dark but not night. There was simply no sunlight. The forest refused to let it in. In the water he saw his reflection and a silhouette breathing behind him. When he turned, nothing was there. Eylül. Later he found Eylül sitting beneath a tree crying. "Something is watching me," she whispered. "If I sleep, I wake. If I run, it appears ahead of me." A cracking sound echoed from the treetops. "You cannot escape." Deniz. Far away, Deniz pressed his back to a tree, gripping his knife tightly. Scratches appeared on nearby trunks, deep cuts forming slowly as if made by invisible claws. Then the scratches formed a word. "Stay." Suddenly he heard Eylül's scream, "Deniz, help!" But the voice was wrong, distorted and inhuman. The forest's heart. Days passed. The three were pushed deeper until they met again in front of a giant, hollow, rotting tree, the heart of the forest. The tree breathed. They all heard the same voice. "This is my heart, and you are now part of me." Shadowy versions of themselves emerged, same height, same steps, same stance. The forest had copied them. Eylül backed away, terrified. "If we die, they'll replace us." "Mert escaped," the tree whispered, "but you won't." The ground trembled. The forest demanded its sacrifices. The shadows surrounded the friends. The giant tree split open with a deep groan. A dark, shapeless face formed from light. "I am the spirit of this forest. Long ago, humans burned my sacred land. They hunted, destroyed, and left me without a body. My soul was trapped among shadows." "Then what do you want from us?" Eylül cried. "Each year, 3 souls, to remember me." "It's a cycle," Chan whispered. "Yes, to restore balance." "Why did you let Mert go?" Eylül demanded. "One always survives, to carry the tale of those taken." Hundreds of yellow eyes opened in the treetops, staring, watching. "Why us?" Eylül asked. "Because you carried fear in your hearts. The forest feeds on fear." Deniz found a rusty box among the roots. Inside was a journal. It read, "The forest spirit lost its body in fire. The only way to break the curse is to destroy the heart, the tree where the spirit hides." "We have to destroy it," Eylül said. The shadow copies attacked. Jan's shadow whispered, "You can't escape yourself." Eylül's shadow pinned her. "You always feared the dark." Deniz's shadow breathed against his face. "Part of you wants to stay." "There are weaknesses," Deniz shouted. "Don't be afraid," Eylül yelled. As they steadied their breath and confronted their fear, the shadows weakened. Destroying the heart can lifted a hatchet. Deniz lit his lighter. Eylül held the journal. The forest spirit roared, "If you destroy me, the forest will die." They didn't stop. Fire spread among the roots. Khan struck the tree with all his strength. A blinding dark light burst forth. The forest screamed. The shadows collapsed. The tree whispered with its final breath, "The curse is not over." Then silence. The forest was dead. But were the 3 friends still alive?